At this time, I'd ask everyone to please rise to salute our nation's flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Council President Hudson.
Here.
Councilman Costa.
Here.
Councilman Del Ripa.
Here.
Councilman D'Amato.
Vacation.
Councilman Sandemeyer.
Present.
Councilman Aliassi.
Vacation as well. And the mayor is present, and also with us are Jane McCarthy, our municipal clerk, Brianna Calabro, who is a clerk in training, and our borough attorney, Dawn Sullivan, is here with us this evening. This is an official meeting of the governing body of the Borough of Bloomingdale on December 28, 2016. The date, time, and place of this meeting was faxed and mailed to all local news media and posted here at Borough Hall. The first item are presentations, and if you have an agenda, we're going to be batting out of order a little bit. The first presentation was to receive our recertification for reaccreditation for our police department. Though because Lenny has retired, he told me he had to get home to watch Jeopardy, so we're going to move Lenny up first. So he'll come down off the bench. We're going to acknowledge and honor.
Actually, Will, unfortunately.
Well, I got my game shows mixed up. I'd ask the governing body to join me off the dais, please. I'd also ask borough staff, we have many borough staff, you guys are going to roast any honor tonight. You guys just come up, it's perfect there, it'll be great.
Don't tell him.
Good, thank you everyone. Again, welcome everyone. And our staff who Lenny has worked with for a very long time, 44 years. Some have been a big part of that. Lenny, we're here tonight to just from the bottom of our heart, my heart as the mayor, thank you for everything you've done for the borough. It's just not going to be the same. You set a standard, you set a work ethic, to create morale that I know has helped the borough in the long term, and your work ethic is going to help us all continue. And we're going to miss your smiling face and your quick joke and great story every time we see you. But it was important to me that we had you here tonight to recognize you and honor you for your years of service as a Class 1 Special Police Officer and a dispatcher, and for a total of 44 years in Borough Bloomingdale. And on the side, first aid, first aid squad, and just an incredible asset to our borough for all these years. I know you're not going anywhere. We'll see you, and Tony, if you guys are crazy, I'm sure Al, DPW, can find something. There's always something. But again, we're going to honor you, thank you, and wish you the best in the future. And behind every good man is a great woman. And yeah, did this your wife. I first would like to congratulate Tony and thank you for
I'm overwhelmed, really.
I have a few things for you, just if you come up and join next to the chief. Lenny, it is all of our honor again to have you here tonight to present to Leonard Hassan, Class 1 Special and Dispatcher for the Borough of Bloomingdale Police Department. And this is a proud recognition of your 44 years of dedication to the residents of the Borough of Bloomingdale and the surrounding communities. The Borough of Bloomingdale acknowledges your sacrifice, your commitment, and especially your professionalism to the borough with grateful appreciation. This today is presented by the governing body, July 18th, 2017. We love you for all your time.
Thank you.
When Lenny arrived earlier,
I knew I had to say that.
when Lenny arrived earlier, we were teasing. I said, Lenny, we changed all the passcodes, so now you can't get into anything. Of course, I was joking, but Lenny, we're going to eventually the key to the city. Anyone who may want to say a few words before
I'll just say a couple words. Regarding passwords, it's the reason why Lenny is retiring. Because of what this match has turned into. He actually started cursing a couple weeks ago about the damn password. So how ironic. Just real quick. There are no words that we can say here tonight that show our appreciation as a police department to Lenny. He's family. He's part of who we are. He'll always be part of who we are. We're not losing a good person. We're losing a great person. And when I say losing, I just mean work-wise, because that door is always open for you to come in and always be there and part of us, Lenny. I know I started on the police department 30 years ago and as a kid, and right away Lenny took me under his wing and has been like a father figure ever since that time.
Grandfather.
Yep. Not just to me, but to many who have been lucky enough to work with Lenny. Selfless, simply selfless individual who you just look at his resume with the first aid squad, 44 years on the police department. 3/4 of our department weren't even born or even close to when Lenny started here. But we're all blessed and fortunate to have had him as part of our lives, not only professionally but personally. And you know, when I announced and started letting word leak out that Lenny was retiring, it was everybody, every person on our department was impacted and upset, you know, because they really didn't want to see you leave. Tony, I'm sorry. Obviously, it's really now, you know, now Lenny, he can fall asleep watching Jeopardy at home instead of at work. So, I think last week spoke volumes on Lenny's last day with the turnout of people who were there. Not just active on the department, but retired because of how much he has meant to each of us. Lenny is, a lot of times, you know, I always say the dispatcher is the face of the police department. It's the first person that somebody will call the police department, will speak to the dispatcher. First person when you come to the front desk, you're going to speak to the dispatcher. And we could not have had a finer person representing not only the department, but the whole borough in that capacity. And on behalf of the whole department, we love you, we'll miss you, and we're honored to have worked with you.
Thank you.
Somebody said to me, I worked, and I said, Big Cooper. God bless his soul. This is one of these special ones. I don't know, what's a special do? Yeah, that sounds like fun. That's fine, man. Wasn't for him. Get down there, go to Chief Fletcher, and got it.
And the rest is
There
history.
was a history, but for 44 years, you can't believe how quickly went by, and I have the greatest experience I think anybody can ever want working with all these good guys. And it was really emotional. It really is.
We have Dick Cooper to thank. And certainly Dick Cooper to thank.
Does anyone else wish to say a few words
No.
before we wrap it up? Well, again, this is not a goodbye. This is congratulations.
I'll be
This is
there. I'll be
just
there.
have a big round of applause for Thanks again, everyone. Congratulations to the family.
I love it.
Congrats.
Very nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. He gone more than I was.
Actually, everyone can just remain 5 minutes because we do,
Want to run some of these?
Gotta get a new,
Okay, we're going to resume. The delegates here from... Again, I thank everyone for coming, and I did thank everyone for just staying a few more minutes because we are going to give a presentation to our police department given by the New Jersey State Association of Chief of Police. And tonight we have the Accreditation Program Manager from the Chiefs Association, Harry Delgado, and welcome to Bloomingdale. Harry, thank you for coming. I'm just going to say a few words and I'll bring you to the mic. It's hard to believe that it's over 3 years, Chief, correct?
3 years.
When we first started the accreditation process. And with full support of the governing body, our police department took on the task of becoming accredited, which is a real high achievement in the state of New Jersey, to be accredited police department. And with the leadership of Chief Burrell and Captain Muller, who wasn't retired when we started, and we had to get him back to help us with reaccreditation, and the entire department, I congratulate you on receiving reaccreditation as well. Anytime I have the public opportunity to praise our department, I take it, because they are the finest, finest, finest men and women as far as dispatchers in all of New Jersey by far. Their dedication, commitment to the borough is unsurpassed. And I'm just proud every day as mayor to serve with this department, representing and protecting our borough. So I'm honored to be here and have you receive this. And Mr. Delgado, I thank you again this evening for coming up, and I'd invite you to the microphone to say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I do bring proof that you have one of the best police departments in the state of New Jersey, perhaps, and arguably in the nation, and I explain why. I had an opportunity to listen to some of the congratulations to our retired member, and it's very fitting that we get to recognize the police department today. So just to add context to what I'm about to do is, I'm about to present your police department with reaccreditation. That means that 3 years ago, they were accredited initially. And why is that significant? That is because out of potentially 500 police departments in the state of New Jersey, only 182 to date are accredited. And that is because it's very difficult. It's a very rigorous process. So 34% of the police departments in the state of New Jersey have been accredited at least once. Your police department, the Bloomingdale Police Department, has now been reaccredited. So that puts him in less than 8% of the police departments in the state of New Jersey that have reached that plateau, that have been reaccredited. So it's certainly a significant achievement, Mayor. If you indulge me for 2 minutes, I'd like to explain to you what that is. So accreditation is a process. The foundation of accreditation lies in the adoption of standards containing a clear statement of professional objectives. Accreditation is a progressive and time-proven way of helping law enforcement agencies calculate and improve their overall performances. It is a certification by an independent review and authority, in this case the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police, that the accredited agency was carefully measured against an established set of not only state but national standards and has met, and in the case of the Bloomingdale Police Department, must tell you, in many instances exceeded accepted practices in the field of law enforcement. I know citizens like to know what's in it for me. Research shows that accredited agencies have 11% fewer police professional liability claims, 18% fewer worker compensation claims, and 31% fewer auto liability claims. But more so than the financial advantages, there are other important benefits of accreditation. Accredited agencies are better able to defend against lawsuits and citizen complaints. Accreditation provides objective evidence of an agency's commitment to excellence in leadership, resource management, and service delivery. government officials can be more confident in the agency's ability to operate efficiently and meet community needs. Accreditation embodies the very important concept of community-oriented policing. It creates a forum in which police and citizens work together to prevent and control challenges confronting law enforcement and provides clear direction about community expectations. Accreditation standards give the chief a proven management system of written directives, sound training, clearly defined lines of authority, and routine reports that support decision-making and resource allocation. As I so many here tonight, those that remain and those that retired, officers in accredited agencies are able to take pride that they have been objectively recognized for their professionalism and adherence to the highest standards. Now, at the end of this process, there's a final on-site assessment. And at that time, the police department must show tangible proof that they meet 105 standards in the state of New Jersey, most of which require more than one single proof. So it's a very, very rigorous process. So I'd just like to share briefly some of the excerpts from that report that is finally generated during that visit and speaks to the quality of policing that you are receiving from the Bloomingdale Police Department. The Bloomingdale Police Department, under the direction of Chief Joseph Burrell, is an extremely professional organization. The accreditation process is a department-wide effort, and the chief leads from the front. The department has deep community ties and is committed to providing outstanding service to the community. Undergoing exciting changes, the department is currently working towards implementing the use of body-worn cameras for each member. And about ties with the community, I was here 3 years ago, and it took me a little bit less time than it took me today to get up here. But when we held the public portion of that final on-site, 34 people called to say positive things about your police department. That is remarkable, remarkable. So there are several future goals that the chief is committed to put in place. The agency prides itself in their training, and the chief is at the forefront of the new and improved methods to ensure the members of his agency get the best training available. It is evident that the chief is committed to following the best practices model for his agency, and he's always looking to improve and reach higher standards. We believe the State Association Chiefs of Police that the Bloomingdale Police Department works every day to be an asset to the community and strives to live up to their professional responsibilities and prides itself on its relationship with the public. The high level of competence, leadership, professionalism, especially at the command staff level, was evident within the agency. Officers are forward-thinking, engaged in self-improvement and the pursuit of excellence. It is the opinion of the assessment team that the Bloomingdale Police Department is a highly professional and committed agency which exemplifies all of the tenets of law enforcement accreditation at the state and national level. So it is indeed my pleasure, as a representative of the State Association of Chiefs of Police and the New Jersey Law Enforcement Commission, to congratulate Chief Joseph Burrell, the accreditation manager, now retired Captain Raymond Mueller, the members of the Bloomingdale Police Department, the mayor, council, and those citizens that they so proudly serve for achieving state reaccreditation, joining a very exclusive group of law enforcement agencies that have made this important commitment to excellence in policing. So to all, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Yep, it's all yours.
Thank you.
Yeah, please. That's very helpful.
If I could just say a couple quick words again. I'd like to thank Harry Delgado again and the State Chiefs Association for making the trip up here and for the guidance throughout the whole process. Top notch, and we're a better department thanks to the State Chiefs Association and the accreditation program, and we're thankful for that. And again, thank you for being here. I'd like to thank the Mayor and Council. A lot of these standards that we have to meet, we can't meet without the support of the Mayor and Council and the ability to support us financially, their commitment to us, just being there for us, and that is certainly not unnoticed because we would not be able to complete that process without your support, and we thank each of you for that. A couple more thank yous. I just really want to thank Captain Ray Mueller. When we did this process initially 3 years ago, he was the man. He got us through that process. 3 years later, he is the man again. He did an amazing job. He retired, but we wouldn't let him go. And when we go for reaccreditation again in 3 years, Doing it again.
Knock on wood.
But that being said, he spent countless hours here at all hours of the evening, the day, night, many bottles of Mountain Dew. And, really put his heart and soul into this process. We went through it 3 years ago. At the time, it's a matter of getting members of the department to buy into this process. Fortunately, we have some very open-minded and great officers, and not only did they buy in, but they excelled at the process and welcomed the process and really made it easy for us to do what we needed. The difference was, this time around, and I'm stealing this from the captain because he actually mentioned this initially, when we went through the process recently, our reaccreditation, every single member of the department chipped in some way or form. Everybody, what can I do to help, what can I do? And we were able to alleviate some of the work burden off the captain because so many people were involved within the department, and that's a true tribute to the type of department that we have. And every single member of this department, from the dispatcher to the special officers to the lieutenant, and retired, every aspect of our department was involved, in every member. And to me, that really speaks for how this process has grown, and we've grown as a department from it. Ultimately, when we did the reaccreditation, there were new standards. There were, the standards keep growing, the process keeps growing, and that's what keeps us growing as a department. Is that we, it's not just going through it again and doing the same things over. There are a lot of new policies and implementation of different things that are required. And ultimately, that makes us a better department and better to serve all the members of the public. And we're held really accountable and to a high standard. And again, I thank the State Chiefs Association and Harry for that. So with that being said, again, special kudos to the Captain Ray Muller. If everybody could just give him a round of applause. Thank you to all the members of the department. They're not here physically, but they were all a very big part of this. So, thank you.
Again, just before we close, yes, thank you, Chief. Harry, for being here tonight, making the trip up, it means a lot for you to be here to present this to our police department. Again, I thank all the department, to show how humble Captain is. When this was coming to conclusion, I called him and I thanked him for all his work, and he wouldn't take thanks. He just said it's a team effort. It's everybody. That just shows you how Ray is and how the team is as a whole. So I want to thank Lenny's family for staying, Lenny's family for being here tonight. Congratulations to Lenny. And in closing, to all our police department, the mayor and council, we have your back. We love you 100% of the time. And thank you. Keep
Thank
us
you.
safe.
Thanks, Mayor.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone from the council.
You did the work. Yeah. No, yeah.
Again, we'll take a 5-minute recess. Thank you everyone for coming.
Thanks very much. Great.
At 7:30 p.m. There is no early executive session. There are a few non-agenda items. The first item will be a resolution to approve a $20,000 payment that didn't make the bills list for Unique Concrete for the work that's being done in the front, which will be concluded on Friday. And then the other item are the award of bids for 2 vehicles. We'll do 3 resolutions. One for DPW vehicle, one for utility vehicle, one for various attachments. That was an alternate part of the bid for the DPW vehicle. So those are our non-agenda items. At this time, I need a motion for early public comment.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone wishing to speak to an agenda item, please come on up. Seeing no one, motion to close.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Reports. Jane, do you have anything for us? Dawn, anything for us?
Nothing this evening, Mayor.
Council member, anyone? I'm sorry, yes, please.
Did you want to mention about the stigma-free?
Please.
I was just going to mention, we've added a Facebook for Bloomingdale Stigma-Free. That was sometime in the last week.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a sound. I know mine's on.
Anyways, we've added,
They have been acting up.
I don't know.
Test. Jane, we have to get them looked at.
Is that, that's better?
Yep.
Okay. Anyway, we've added a Facebook page to go along with the website for the Bloomingdale Stigma-Free Initiative. That was just recently started, so, and we have several volunteers pitching in to put related information on there. So, come on, come visit. I urge people to visit both the Facebook and the webpage. We're going to be continuing to expand the amount of resources we have on there as we get them. So.
Great, yeah, and we have also applied for a grant through Chilton Hospital to bring training, stigma-free mental illness first aid training to our committee members in the fall, as well as our first responders. I went and presented in front of the Chilton Board of Directors, and I'm confident with the assistance of our Board of Health that we will be receiving funding for this training to be held in September. So thank you, Rich, for bringing that up. The only other item I have is just some capital things. As you can see, Revav is fired up again, and that project's proceeding. We're at the curb and sidewalk stage, and then the final paving. Our road paving plan had begun, where we paved Mary Street, Warren Street, Roy and James, and then took a break, and they'll be coming back for Borough Hall parking lot, a couple other streets, and as well as Van Dam Ave, and bid specs are being drawn for Leary Ave as well. So the capital projects for the year are in full force. The generators are completely installed. We're just waiting on final inspection. I have a meeting with FEMA tomorrow at 10 a.m. for the inspection. I've submitted all our invoices to receive reimbursement. We received a $140,000 grant for these generators, and the total bills to date were $125,000. So we'll be getting a full recoup of our funds via that grant for the generators that were put at Fireman's Hall Senior Center for sheltering, and also our pump station on Natalie Court as well. River cleanup is July 29th, so we don't meet again until after that. So if anyone can join us on Saturday, July 29th. The rain date is August 5th, 10 a.m. at Sloan Park. And regarding Sloan Park, we're awarding that bid tonight, and immediately we'll have a pre-construction meeting and try to get that project off the ground in the next couple weeks. Any other council person have any comment or question?
Did you?
Yes.
I was wondering if you had any update from the county on the Glenwild work? Glenwild Ave.
Well, Glenwild Ave, they're doing that treatment to prevent skidding and sliding. I've had a few residents call me regarding it. The machine did malfunction on the lower portion of Glenwild.
Okay.
And it will be resurfaced, so it is clean and looks better than the black and damage it looks like that has been occurred. Other than that, they're moving along, and they say as you drive on it, feels like a pebble effect. That'll be eliminated too once the final project is done in sweeping. It'll be just like driving on a road.
Okay.
Different feel for bicycles, though, for sure. But they're moving along on that one. All right, anyone else? Again, I need now a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Any discussion, other than the tax rate from the county? As you all know, we sent out estimated tax bills because the state did not adopt their budget. We could not, even though we knew the tax rate, we could not send out an actual bill. So it was confusing to many because we did an estimate which was high. The tax rate is 6 cents more than last year as a result of the Board of Ed and county increases, average about $150 for the average household, 0 increase on the municipal level. So that means everyone's fourth quarter billing will be considerably less because the increase is being absorbed in the third quarter estimated billing. I know Bree in the tax office has been quite busy with Barbara on answering these questions. You know, in hindsight, we should have done a letter in the estimated bill. I didn't think it would cause that much confusion, but it did. The average person saw a $200, $300 increase on the quarter, multiplied it by 4 and thought it was a $1,200 tax increase. Well, one, you don't multiply by 4 because you already paid 2 quarters, but even multiplying by 2, it still would be a high increase, again, which is not the case. Everyone's fourth quarter bill should actually be reduced considerably, netting a $150 increase on the average house assessed at $265 or $256. So that's all I have here. That was on the consent agenda. Any other discussion? All in favor? Aye. Great. Pending items. This is a second and final reading for ordinance 19-2017, credit card fees. This is simply a little bit of housekeeping item that was picked up in our audit, that the fees weren't consistent with rec and utility, so we just have to make that consistent on those fees. Public notice statement, please.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, this ordinance was posted in the municipal building, published in the Herald News, and copies were made available to the public so that a motion may be made that it be read by title.
And who makes that motion?
Second.
That's Hudson and Costa. All in favor?
Aye.
An ordinance of the Borough of Bloomingdale in the County of Passaic in the State of New Jersey, amending Chapter 2, Administration, Section 2-84, Credit Card Fees of the Code of the Borough.
Thank you. I need now a motion to open public hearing. Who makes that motion?
So moved.
Della Ripa and Hudson. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone wishing to speak to 19-2017? Seeing no one, motion to close.
So moved.
Costa and Hudson. All in favor?
Aye.
And who, please, moves to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Della Ripa and Costa. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilman Costa?
Yes.
Councilman Del Ripa?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hudson?
Yes.
Councilman Sondemire?
Yes.
Thank you. New business. The first item is, I need a motion for Resolution 2017 7.1, payment of the bills. Who makes that motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilman Del Ripa?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hudson?
Yes.
Councilman Sondemire?
Yes.
Councilman Costa?
Yes.
Good. Next item is, I need a motion for Resolution 2017 7.2, acknowledging receipt and review of the audit and adopting our corrective action plan. First, who makes that motion?
So moved. Second.
Costa, Della Ripa. Discussion? You've all been copied on the corrective action plan, a lot of which we took care of, such as the credit card fees that were inconsistent, some minor items that we've already met with the department heads that they affected, and instituted this plan has already begun. Any further comment? Can I have a roll call on this, please?
Hudson?
Yes.
Sondemire?
Yes.
Costa?
Yes.
Del Ripa?
Yes. Item C, I need a motion for Resolution 2017 7.3, authorizing the award of a contract for the Sloan Park Bridge and Stream Improvements Project to Yanuzzi Group, Inc. I can't believe those words just came out of my mouth. Who makes that motion?
So moved.
Second.
Further discussion? The amount is $766,546.50. And as I stated, we will immediately have pre-construction and get this project aggressively going. Any further comment? Roll call, please.
Sondemire?
Yes.
Costa?
Yes.
Del Ripa?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
Good. Next item, I need a motion for Resolution 2017 7.4. This is hiring 2 additional summer recreation counselors, Michaela Acree and Mercedes Chica, at minimum wage, $8.44 per hour. Who makes that motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Any comment? Again, this is part-time, not to exceed 20 to 25 hours a week. Any further comment? Roll call, please.
Costa?
Yes.
Del Ripa?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
Sondemire?
Yes.
Next item is Resolution 2017 7.5. This is hiring animal shelter supervisor, Sam Forrest. Now, Sam, she already works for the borough as a shelter employee. But our shelter supervisor and trainer had retired, resigned a few months back, and Sam is simply taking that position, $12 per hour. And who makes that motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Any further discussion?
Are we going to then backfill?
Not yet. We're looking, if you recall, last meeting we hired 2 shelter people, only 1 came to fruition. So Sam is picking up the shelter supervisor position. Not at this time. Lisa feels she can, juggle the schedule, but we are looking for someone who can be an assistant ACO, someone who's actually licensed as ACO, to give some relief to our 2 full-time ACOs who are on the road, 24/7. So not at this time. Next item is Resolution 2017 7.6.
Wait, John?
I'm sorry? Oh, we didn't do a roll call? My bad. Counsel.
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
Steinmeier?
Yes.
Costa?
Yes.
Thank you. Next is Resolution 17 7.6, the hiring of Patrick Karuk for the Walter T. Bergen Drainage Project. This is a part-time temporary hire for $20 an hour. As you know, Walter T. Bergen project we're doing in-house, and we have $310,000 available for this project, and $200 of which is the county grant, all funded through the capital. And if we had bid this like Phase 1, we'd be well in excess of $550,000. So doing in-house is a very cost-effective, cost-saving measure for the borough. So again, did I have a motion on that? I apologize. Just the 1 person. Yeah, there was 2 in the book, but the 1 is only available. Della Ripa, do I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Hudson?
Yes.
Steinmeier?
Yes.
Costa?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Thank you. Next, I need 17.7.7. This is the settlement of tax appeal for 27 South Road. Who makes that motion?
So moved?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Steinmeier?
Yes.
Costa?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
Next, 17.7.8, settlement of tax appeal for 45-47 Main Street. Who makes that motion?
So moved.
Second?
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Costa?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
Steinmeier?
Yes.
Next is Resolution 17.7.9, granting paid sick leave to DPW employee. Who makes that motion?
So moved.
Second?
Any discussion? And of course, this comes out of the sick bank accumulation. Roll call, please.
Miller?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
Steinmeier?
Yes.
Costa?
Yes.
The next item is Resolution 17.7.10, authorizing electronic tax sale. Who makes that motion?
So moved?
Second.
Any discussion? Other than what we're doing here is authorizing electronic tax sales pursuant to the rules and regs set by the Director Division of Government Services. New Jersey Services has approved New Jersey tax liens, realauction.com, to conduct a pilot program. And whereas the rules and regs authorize municipalities to submit an application for participation in the pilot program for electronic tax sales. The electronic tax sales is innovative and provides a greater tool for potential lien buyers, thus creating the environment for a more complete tax sale process. So we're going to be part of this process rather than, holding an actual auction here. It'll be an electronic, a much more efficient process. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm sure the tax office is too. Any further comment? Roll call, please.
Hudson?
Yes.
Steinmeier?
Yes.
Costa?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Next item, Resolution 7.11. This is authorizing stipend for Robert Bono for managing labor performed on the Walter T. Bergen project, not to exceed $45,000, just as we did on Phase 1 last year, as the laborer and manager and running the show on that project. Who makes that motion?
So moved?
Any second? Any second?
Second.
Any further discussion?
What's the, what did we pay him last year for this?
We paid him $30,000 last year. It was half the size project. Excuse me? It's a stipend for the work on this project, just like we did last year. Any other comment?
I'm just kind of lost on why is it 15,000 more than?
Because it's double the size of the project. It's considerably larger. And this, again, number was devised by hours by Paul. It's not to exceed. So it could be less, but we just, based on area comparison to last year, this calculation. And again, he's running the project, not our engineer, as the foreman. And he's laboring, and he's on machines, and he'll be the one bringing it to a conclusion. Which again, if we had publicly bid this, we'd be well over 550,000, and we're doing it for less than 310. Any other comment? I mean, the project has begun, and hopefully to conclude by September 1st. Can I have a roll call, please?
Sondemire?
Yes.
Costa?
Yes.
Delariva?
Yes?
Hudson? Yes.
Next item is 7.12. Okay. Good. Authorizing our 2018 Municipal Alliance grant in the amount of $16,792, which $41.98 is a cash match. And who makes that motion? This is for 2018. Who makes
So
that
moved.
motion? Rich? Dawn? Any further comment? Roll call, please.
Costa?
Yes.
Delariva?
Yes?
Hudson? Yes. Sondemire?
Yes.
Okay, we had four non-agenda items. The first is Resolution 7.13. This is to make a partial payment of $20,000 to Unique Concrete for the work that's been done for the first half of the project in front of Borough Hall. Who makes that motion, please?
So moved.
Any further comment?
Did we have a certification of that?
Yeah, certification of funds.
Did
You
we?
know, we had them on all the vehicles, so should be there. I can do subject to if you feel more comfortable. I mean, it's a capital project, so. the
Right,
funds are
right,
there.
no, I was more wondering if I'd missed paperwork.
No, I'll check with finance, but
Okay.
I know Jane was on them for all the certifications today, so, yeah. But we'll do subject to, just to be
Okay.
safe. But again, it's capital on that particular project. So did I have who moved that? Tony? The second was Dawn? Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Delariva?
Yes.
Hudson? Yes. Sondemire?
Yes.
Costa?
Yes.
Okay, the next I need a motion for 7.14. This is, we had a bid opening on June 30th for our capital plan of vehicles this year. The first for 7.14 will be a motion to authorize Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Warwick LLC for the 17 Dodge Ram 3500 SLT heavy-duty pickup truck. This is for the utility. And who makes that motion, please? In the amount of $45,485.
So moved.
Need a second, please?
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Hudson? Yes. Sondemire?
Yes.
Costa?
Yes.
Delariva?
Yes.
Then I need 7.15. This is a resolution to authorize the award of Dodge Ram 5500 Mason truck chassis in the amount of $49,112, again to Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Warwick. We're low bidders. Who makes that motion?
So moved.
Second?
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Sondemire?
Yes.
Costa?
Yes.
Delariva?
Yes.
Hudson? Yes.
And the final item would be Resolution 7.16. We did an alternate bid for various pieces of equipment to go on this 5500 Mason dump chassis. As you recall, we are purchasing a dump body, so it can be used as a dump truck, a trailer body can be used as a trailer, to move recycling, a box to be used, for chipper, multi functions. The amount of the attachments is being awarded to Cliffside Body Corporation, in the amount of $64,459. Who makes that motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
You just have to adjust the certification of funds because it says it's for the Chrysler, the Jeep, Dodge, and Warwick.
No, that one, that particular one?
And
No, we got-
two of them, let's say. One for 49,112 Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and one for 64.
Right, we just-
for
we-
Jeep, Dodge.
Right, the first two resolutions were Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Warwick for $45,000 and $49,000. I went out of order in your book.
Right.
And then the third one is the second one in your book, for the attachments for the $5,500 for $64,000 to Cliffside.
But that, no, this certification of lien says.
No, it doesn't. Read, one bid was received from Cliffside, also
No,
one.
we're talking about the certification.
Certification of lien here says.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
But
okay.
the
All right.
amount is correct.
The amount's correct.
Yeah.
That's Cliffside, my apologies, Mike. That's Cliffside Corp., so we'll amend that on the certification of funds for the equipment. Thank you. Any further comment? Roll call, please.
Costa?
Yes.
Delariva?
Yes?
Hudson? Yes. Concho?
Yes.
All right, thank you. I need now a motion open to late public comment.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone wishing to speak, please come on up.
Linda Huntley, 86 Van Dam. The two items for the Walter T. Bergen job, are they being paid through the regular budget, or is it going through the
Capital.
Rose Fund?
No, it's from the Capitol.
So it's not going to be paid for by the Rose Fund at all, it's going to be paid through the regular budget?
As far as repayment on the note, that determination. So, it's a good question. I don't have an answer for you. The grant, $200,000 of it, until we conclude the project, which we think is going to come in about $280,000. So $200,000 is the grant, $80,000 is bonded by the borough through a note. When that note's due or interest is due, we can go to Rose Fund, we can, but no determination. I don't think the bond, oh my goodness, I don't think the bond specified that. So I'll review with finance, but if the Rose can absorb it, I am supportive of funding as much rec as we can through the Rose Fund, absolutely.
The unique paving that's being done outside, you
Yes.
said 20,000 was the partial payment, what's the total?
Total cost for front and back is $38,000 to replace the sidewalks. That's being done because they were cracking, settling, holding water. It was quite a hazard. The cost just to do regular concrete slab was $39,000 plus, so it was actually cheaper to do the nice design that we're doing, including the nice little wall around the flagpole, and just brings a nicer appearance to the front of the
Why did you go
borough.
for 39,000? That doesn't make any sense, it would be 38,000 for the paving.
You can open the bills. Kopecky was the one, and a couple no quotes on it. So, yeah,
Why no quotes?
we put it out. Don't get quotes. It's under bid threshold, so we call other masons. We just got the two quotes, Unique Concrete, and it was done by DPW. They obtained the quotes, and that's it. Again, it was capital.
What was the
in
other
the plan. Unique Concrete and Kopexa, I think. Kopecky, I can't pronounce it properly. He's done other work in town. Kulpeska, I think it is.
Okay, 'cause I'm going to offer those. Okay, thanks.
That's fine. Thank you. Anyone else? Seeing no one, motion to close?
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We do have one matter of late executive session, has to do with personnel. There will be no action taken after, but if there was, the public would have opportunity to speak, but I assure you there will not be. So with that said, I need a motion to go into executive session at 7:56 PM. Who makes that motion? Hudson, Costa, all in favor?
Aye.